Hello, humans. Happy Friday. You all have made it to a new week, or made it through the week, and I hope it has been good for you all. I hope you all are staying safe. Wednesday and yesterday, we talked about the law codes of Hammurabi. We talked about what was expected of people, why those laws were written down, why they're important, what the punishments were they equal, and kind of what society was like based on what laws they had. Today we're going to kind of do the same thing, but we're going to use stories to do that. We're going to use writing. If you remember way back, probably a week or so ago, we talked about how the Sumerians and Mesopotamians invented writing. They invented the cuneiform system of writing, and they began writing things down that they saw of value. One of those things that they started to write down was stories. They decided to write down stories that they had been telling like this, just person to person for years. They decided that these are some things they might want to write down. So one of them that they decided on was known as the Epic of Gilgamesh. And so to give you a little background on the Epic of Gilgamesh, it is, we believe, to be the world's oldest surviving piece of known literature, of writing. It's the oldest book that we know of where it was written down and preserved. There may be others, but as far as we know, it is the oldest story ever written down. The story is about I don't know if you want to call him a man, but this guy named Gilgamesh. He is 2/3 God and 1/3 human. Don't ask me how the math works on that one because I don't know. But he's 2/3 God, 1/3 human, and he decides that he has some questions about life. How does it work? What is the meaning of life? What happens when we die? Those kind of big life questions that I'm sure we've all asked at some point ourselves. He, on this hand, however, thinks he has the ability to answer those questions. So he decides that he and his friend Enkidu are going to go on an adventure to try and find out the meaning of life and figure out how you can become immortal and avoid death. And so they set out on this journey, and he comes across all these different obstacles, these challenges that kind of test who he is, whether he has the courage to continue, all of those things. So what you are doing today is you are going to watch a short video, 12-minute video, just about the story, give you a little background on it, what happened, what they were trying to do, all of that stuff. And then there is a reading attached that will give you part of the story. The full story is really long, and I'm not gonna have you guys read all of that because it's super long, and nobody has time for that. But you'll read a small portion of it, and then you'll answer some questions that go with it. So to give you an idea of what that looks like, let me pull it up for you here real quick. Modules. And don't forget too that you can always use that immersive reader attachment if you need someone to, or need help if you want somebody to read it for you, you can use the immersive reader attachment from Google Chrome that we talked about the other day, and that should help you, give you a speech to text option if you would like to use it. If you need help how to work that, let me know, and I can more than happy to help you guys set that up. But you'll watch this video about the Epic of Gilgamesh, give you a little bit of background, and then you will read this right here. This first two paragraphs here gives you a little bit of background that the video probably does too, just a little extra information, and then you will read this part of an excerpt, or this portion of the Epic of Gilgamesh, and then this part down here, and then you will go through and answer these questions. Your first question is you are going to summarize this story in 2 sentences. So given what you know, after you've watched this video and watched the other one and read it, summarize it in 2 sentences. Okay. Your next question is, after you've watched the video and done the reading, come up with an alternate title. Give me a new title for this. Okay. So basically come up with another name for this story. Question 3, give an example from the reading where Enkidu and Gilgamesh use their charm to get out of a fight. So pick a sentence or 2 from this of where Enkidu and Gilgamesh use their charm to get out of a fight. Okay. Question 4, what does it mean when the author says that Gilgamesh sounded the tocsin or an alarm for his amusement and that his arrogance has no bounds by day or night? So what does that mean? Okay, question 5. Give an example from the reading that says that proves that polytheism, which is just the belief in many gods, was a common thing in ancient Mesopotamia. So give me an example, a sentence or 2, that you think proves that polytheism, or just believing in multiple gods, was a common thing for them. And then the last question is that ancient Mesopotamians often believed that their kings were demigods, which means they thought their kings were part man and part God. Give an example from this reading that proves that. So again, if you have any questions with this, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you walk through it. We can set up a Zoom meeting to go over it that way. Just let me know what help you all need. Otherwise, that is all I have for you all, and I hope you all have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday.